Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm so happy, we are so happy for over 900 subscribers.
Yeah, thank you so much, friends. Thank you for telling people about us. Remember, Educate is here to help, right? In our last video, you would have heard some little voices. That would have been a family moment. We were here with our cousins, my nieces, and we were trying to solve some PEP questions. Educate is here to help. As you can see, we're all about simplifying concepts and ensuring success. So thank you guys. We appreciate you.
And we're on the road to 1,000.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. All right, so today we're going to do another working out of some ability test questions. We want you to get our brains going. We want to just get that critical thinking going. So let's get to it. Okay. Just want you to know too that our Ministry of Education here in Jamaica, they're doing a great job of supporting education. And if you visit the website, educate.gov.jm, that's our a website that was created by the Ministry of Education, and you will find so many resources. It doesn't matter if you're primary school or high school. There are so many things that you can find on there as a parent, as a student, even as a teacher. PEP stuff, guys. You can find resources for PEP practice papers as well. So go check them out. It's awesome. All right, so let's get to the first question. Okay, go ahead and read. Yeah.
The tuck shop sold 3 different types of snacks over a 3-week period. The table shows the quantity that was sold and the amount of money made. Use the information in the table to answer question 35 and 36.
All right, great.
Now we see that week 1 has the quantity and amount, so does week 2 and 3.
Right. So basically, they're telling you what type of snacks are being sold. There's potato chips, banana chips, and plantain chips. But each, of course, they're divided up into weeks. So these 2 columns are for week 1, then week 2, then week 3. As the question says, it tells you how many of each chip and then how many money in total they collected for those chips. Not too bad to read. The price corresponds, I'm sorry it's not so clear, but for example, these 8 potato chips that were sold in week 1, for that, the money they would have collected would be $320 for the 8 potato chips. Okay, so basically as you go through, you'll see. So let's jump to the questions.
Talking about potato chips is making me hungry.
In which week did the tuck shop have the highest sale? So they're asking about weeks now, which means we're looking at the weeks and the amount of money. If they're talking about the sale, they're looking at how much money they got, right?
I would say week 3, because like in week 1, you'd see 320, 240, 300. And then week 2, 800, 280, 300. And then week 3 is just 880, 300, 300. Yeah. That looks like the more. Looks like, yes.
Yeah, it does. Even if you don't use a calculator, as Carolina said, look at the figures that are coming in. Look at the amount of money. Week 1 clearly looks like the lowest. I mean, the other 2 weeks had sales in the 800s. So those 2 would have been the closest ones. So yes, when you look at it, week 3 definitely has the edge, because in every case, except for the last line, more money was coming in. So our answer
is week 3.
Next question, which snack had its unit price changed in week 3?
Now this might be a little tricky. You'll need to do division.
Definitely, because it says unit price. Remember at first when I told you that 8 potato chips means they collected $320?
So you'll have to divide 320 by 8.
Yeah, to know the unit price, meaning how much is it for just one?
And to make sure you can times that.
Yeah, and check your answer.
Yes.
So when we divide 320 by 8, we get 40. So remember, we're saying that in this case, it was $40 per potato chip. That's the unit price. And what we would encourage you to do, pause the video, go ahead and check the unit price for each week and for each snack. So 20 being sold, when you sell those 20, you get $800, do a division and you can pause the video and try it out. But in the end, we need to see which snack had its unit price change. Because the question isn't what are all the unit prices here? Which unit price changed in week 3? So they were selling it for the same price maybe week 1 and week 2, but when week 3 came, the price changed, the unit price. So what is our answer? Based on, we're looking at it, we haven't wrote them out for you because we want you to do the math, and we're gonna ask you to definitely go ahead and check that. But we're gonna just give you that. Look at the banana chips line. Look at the banana chips. Work out your unit prices. In this case, 240 divided by 12. How much, what did you get?
20.
Okay. So $20 for one banana chip in week 1. What about in week 2? 280 divided by 14.
20 again.
Still 20. So in week 2, they were selling it for $20 just the same. But look at week 3, $300. That's what they got when they sold 20. So how much would one cost?
20. No.
Change
10.
from 20. That's okay, Rona. $10. So you see our answer? Definitely. The price of the banana chips were the ones.
And you could add another 20 to the 280 and you'd see it would be 14, but they put 30.
Yeah. All right. Let's go. This is another trick one. Are your brains ready? Trick.
Okay. David is twice as old as Rachel. Mind this, David is older than Rachel.
Has to be.
Yes.
Has to be. So we're putting Rachel on the spot here. Rachel. We're putting her on the spot. Then there's David. David has to be older because it says twice as old. What does twice mean? 2 times. So if something is 2 times something, it is going to be more. So
yes.
More. David more. Okay.
Then it says Peter is 5 years older than David. So that means Peter is older than David. Okay.
So in relationship to David now, who is older than Rachel? Peter. I don't even know if I'm drawing my arrows the right way. Let me make it a 2-sided pointing arrow. Peter, 5 years older.
Than
I mean, if you're older than somebody, your age is higher. Oh,
higher.
Yes. If it's a number, it's a greater number. So 5 years older plus 5 in comparison to David. Yes. And Kim?
Kim is 3 years younger than Rachel, which means
we're going to put her on this side. Yeah. So
which,
these are the older people. This is Rachel. These two are definitely older. Kim is younger because it says Kim is younger. 3 years younger. So -3. Whatever Rachel's age is, Kim is -3.
So that would lead us to D. Kim, Rachel, David, and Peter.
You didn't read the question though. We didn't finish the question, but the question, yeah, we jumped the gun, hush. Which represents the order of the children by age from youngest
to oldest.
Yes. And so it's so good. Don't worry, guys. You have your paper. I'm sure you'll be able to make some scribbles. If not, you may have access to scrap paper, or rough paper. But scribbling and to put it on paper really helps. So if we're ranking them from who's the youngest to the oldest, it's right there. And our answer is Kim, then Rachel, then David, then Peter.
Oh, by the way, trick question. What is ascending order? We'll do that at the end of the video.
We want to hear from them too, but think about it and we're gonna tell you at the end. All right, finally, another one that we know, man, our brains. Do you feel that? Like the
yes,
brain waves. All right, so this is a pattern that they're showing. Remember, we would have talked about relationship between two numbers. It's pretty much the same thing. There is something that connects these numbers. The one on the left is connected to the one on the right. So it says, look at the first two rows and see if you can determine the pattern so that you can find the missing number for the third one. This is the one we're trying to solve right here. Mystery number.
Guys, I don't know if you guys got it yet, but I got it. I am big brain.
One thing you can look at is there a trend with these and with these, which is, I think, what KJ is coming with. What trend did you see?
Okay, so with the 6 turns into 6/7. 7 makes 1. I'm thinking it's 1/7. That adds to make a whole.
In other words, and I mean, this is just genius. But in other words, 6 maps to 6/7. That's what we're starting with. And when we ascended, we're using that word again. When we went from a 6 to a 7, the number on the right also changed. The point KJ is trying to make is this number on the left changed by 1. So this was a +1, right? To get from a 6 to a 7, you added 1. But to get from a 6/7 to a 1, what did you add?
Add 1/7.
Oh, yes. And we did a video on fractions, you guys. This is not even showing.
And if you kept going,
6/7 plus 1/7 is 7/7, which is technically 1.
Yes. And if you kept going, 7, 8, that's 1 and 1/7.
Yeah, if there was an 8, he's saying, I'm trying to explain same time, where he added a 1, he would have added another 1/7. He would have had a 1 and a 1/7. Keep going, keep doing that
all the way to 14, which is 2.
All right. So we're saying in Kerona's theory, the mystery number is 2.
As in 2 wholes.
Yes. Here is my theory now. And this is the wonderful thing about math. In my theory, I looked at why did my 6 become a 6/7? There must be a relationship, and I'm going to test it. That same relationship with the 7 becoming a 1. And if it works the 2 times, then I'm going to use that relationship and find that number here. So why did my 6 become a 6/7? By the way, 6/7 is a fraction, which means it's not a whole number.
And I was thinking just now, what you are saying, I was thinking it's 6 divided by 7, which is not 1. It is
6/7.
Like it's 0.6.
Well, it's 0 point something. So yeah, and I look at it and I remember we talked about operation. Why would a big number, and 6 is a whole number, become a smaller number, which is like a fraction? And I'm thinking it could be subtraction, but I think division, as Kerona said, would be my best bet. So I'm thinking a 6 became a 6/7 because I divided by 7. 6 divided by 7, remember? Not sure if you've seen this, but to say 6 divided by 7 is the same as saying this. Did you guys know that? 6/7. So let me see if it will work for the second row. A 7 divided by a 7. So I'm thinking my relationship is a divide by 7. 7 divided by 7. It's a 1. It's a 1. So I'm going down. I'm saying 14 divided by 7. And my answer is 2. So our mystery number is 2. This was great. This is great.
And we now have 2 things.
Yeah. Thank you so much, guys. This was fun. You know, we're not going to stop. Sometimes we don't have the time or we're super tired. Yeah. But we're not going to stop making videos. This makes us really happy.
Oh, and we will tell you what ascending is. Ascending is a smaller number going up to a higher number.
Definitely. Putting like things from small
to 10.
Definitely. Going from small to large. Bye, guys. Thanks for doing this with us. Thanks for watching.
Yes.
Bye.
Goodbye. And the first person to comment, we will heart your comment.
Definitely. We always do. Bye.
Bye, guys.